Good evening, this is Lurking Lately. We're doing another CK2 guide, beginner's guide. The last one we did was just High Middle Ages, William the Conqueror, so we kind of went over all the basics. If I'm being honest, it's kind of, if you've already played it, it's kind of boring to play. So this time we're going to be playing as a pagan, earliest start. We're going to be playing Svijad over here. Now, pagans are fun because, unlike, like a lot of other religions, you don't have to wait as much, you're always doing something aggressive or something fun. Even while you're waiting for your vassals' unhappiness to go down after a war, for raising their levies. So it makes for like a fast-paced and fun game. Pagans, they're a lot of fun to play. They do have some distinct disadvantages. One is going to be money. You just don't make much as a pagan. You get it mostly by raiding, and so that'll come into play later. But for now, we're going to be a little hamstrung by our finances. We're going to eventually, so our goals are to reform our religion, which is super overpowered, but as far as pagans go, it's kind of easy, because you just have to have 50 moral authority, 750 piety, and control 3 of the 5 holy sites for your religion. And so we already start owning one. There's one nearby in like county count, so he's pretty easy to capture. And there's another 2 here, so you can grab one of them. Hopefully Saxony won't fall. Well, I'm not really too concerned, but I'd prefer if Saxony didn't fall to the Christians. It probably will. The idea is to reform the religion, start doing holy wars in Christendom, and raise our tribal authority, and then conquer this land here in Flanders, make that our seat of our capital through a holy war, and reform to a feudal system with a reformed Germanic faith government. And then once you've kind of achieved all of that, the whole world really opens up for you. It's quite possible to do a world conquest, all that kind of stuff. But for now, we'll just focus on doing what we have to do. So the one problem with pagans is they don't make a lot of money. Second problem with pagans is their succession government type. It's gavel kind elective, and so basically you end up conquering huge swaths of land, and then you die, and it gets split up among all your sons, and then you have to go around and reconquer all of it. We're going to avoid it by kind of gaming the system, and kind of using the inherent advantages of playing as this character. And we'll talk about it more as we continue. But looking at him, he's got really, really good stats. So let's do all kind of the starting stuff, and we'll talk about it as we do it. Let's take a look at our council. They're okay, So let's have this guy train troops in our capital. We'll have this guy build a legend in our capital, so hopefully we'll get some event troops. We'll also get more prestige per turn. We don't really have much in the way of like unhappy vassals right now, so let's go ahead and study technology. We may get lucky. As always, send them to Byzantium. They have the most tech there. And then if this guy was to get captured in Byzantium, maybe he'll get killed or imprisoned. He won't have a wife, will inherit his land. So let's take a look at what land that would be. Well, that's not too useful for us, but let's take a look what else here. This guy doesn't really have much to do, so we'll leave him to hunt apostates. He'll give us some more piety. We'll leave this guy to kind of improve relations. And let's take a look at ourselves. For our focus, we're going to take military. We're going to be fighting constantly. I think that's just the best way to go. Early start as a pagan, especially as this guy. So we'll do that. As for ambition, a great one to use as a pagan is become king of X, Y, or Z. You get unlimited subjugation, casus belli, in your kingdom that you're trying to form. So that's going to be very useful. So you don't have to waste a lot of prestige or money hoping that your guy can fabricate claims. It can be done pretty quickly. Now, to deal with the succession problem, we already have our son, Ragnar Lodbrok. He's going to have his own bloodline as soon as he comes of age, and he should have pretty good stats too. So the one thing we're going to do is we're going to already give him a focus. We'll start off, well, let's hold off on the focus until it tells us to, because who knows, we may want a more well-rounded Ragnar. We will assign ourselves as his guardian right now. So hopefully some of our great stats rub off on him. And then, to avoid any succession crisis, we're going to go ahead and divorce our wife. That's going to cost us some money, some prestige. Some people are going to be unhappy with us. And we'll put this guy here in the council. We do have to get married, so we're going to get around that by searching all, looking for unmarried women, and marrying the oldest woman we can with great stats, or stats that we want. This one's looking pretty good. This one's looking good as well. I don't think that they'll allow the marriage. Let's take a look here. Yeah, because she's a former empress. So this one's looking pretty good, but let's see if there's anybody better here. Now again, remember, you get half of your spouse's stats. So you want to have one who kind of rounds out useful stats, especially useful stats starting out, are diplomacy, stewardship, and learning, kind of to round out my military skills. Looking again. And again, I just want someone who's over 50. I think this is the one we're gonna marry. So let's arrange a marriage with ourselves. We're gonna lose a bunch of prestige for that. That's fine. Let's nominate our son as successor. Now, I've never actually seen the game kill off Ragnar Lodbrok. I think he's almost designed to come of age. If he does die, though, what we can do is we can just take on a young concubine, or two, and then as soon as we have our first male heir, we can set aside the concubines, and then, again, we can avoid the succession crisis. And hopefully we won't die in the interim. Let's set our crown focus here in our capital. Let's assign... So we want someone with a 10 stewardship who's loyal to be our designated regent. Someone who's not ambitious. Or envious. Alright. I guess we'll make this guy our designated regent. Our court physician will be this guy. And we have a better commander here. I mean, 7's better than 4, right? Alright. So, starting off, what are we gonna do? I think, like, okay, so you as you know, with the Gavelkind elective, and as a pagan, you get like a once in a lifetime casus belli. It'd be great to save it to use it on this guy once we're powerful enough. Unfortunately, the first time you declare a subjugation war, it kind of uses it up, which is too bad. I wish it was like a separate CB, you know, like a once in a lifetime thing. But you know, he's way too powerful for us to take on. You know, he's got 5,500 men. These guys down here, you know, they've got 2,300. We can only raise, you know, 2,000 ourselves because our vassals, they start off zeroed out in terms of like troop count and whatnot. So they're not going to be that useful. This guy right here, he is in kind of the land here. He does own some of the land that we want to form our kingdom. And he can only raise, you know, 1,500 total. So I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to declare war on him. This will, it'll kind of deny it to Denmark over here, or Salen as they're called right now. It'll be like our first kind of powerful vassal. Then we'll kind of concentrate on these smaller ones. Then we'll come down and take out this guy, and then finally Denmark itself. So with that, let's get this war started. I think we've got everything. We've set up our council positions. Oh, one thing we can do right off the bat is raise tribal organization. Since right now we're at minimum, we can do whatever we want in terms of setting laws. So let's go ahead and do that. We can try for medium, but see everyone kind of opposes it because we just don't have much in the way of prestige or anything like that. But people will turn around, I think. I think that we've done everything we need to start off. Let's go ahead and declare war on this guy. Subjugation. And our council's good. So let's raise our armies, raise our vassals, call in everyone who can come in. And we'll form up over here. Obviously, we're going to take the money. It's very hard to get money early on. All right. We'll put ourselves at the head. We'll put this guy here over there. We don't have another commander. Also we forgot to join a society. As a pagan Norse, you only have two options really. The bad guys. There's also like an old gods one. Once we reform the religion, and wolf warriors. Wolf warriors is totally the way to go. The bonuses you get are amazing. It raises your martial skill permanently as you raise up in the ranks, and it's everything you need as a pagan. So. Let's go ahead and join, and we will attack these guys. Okay, unfortunately we lost, however we did not die. That wound, hopefully we won't get infected and die from that. We have to, if we do this, it's gonna be bad news. This guy's got 21 attack, or we've got 21. He's got 21. We gotta fight him ourselves. But we can't get captured. We can't die. So, sorry, buddy. Let's hope we can get temperate. We did. Let's chase this army down. Give us some extra war score. This guy doesn't have any money. He doesn't have any land, so we can't ransom him. So let's sacrifice him to Odin. And continue chasing down this army. We'll keep whittling down this army until it's not a threat, or until we stop getting war score for defeating him in battle. Again, no money, nothing. Sacrificing to Odin. He does have some cash, and he can be ransomed. So let's hold him in our prisons. I don't think this is going to be much of a threat in terms of an enemy army. So let's just besiege and finish off this whole situation here. There we go. Enforce our demands. Excellent. So let's take a look here. So we've got like a vassal here who's not going to be too happy with us because we conquered him. He's also fairly powerful. He's got as many counties as we do. He's not really that great. Let's leave him as he is. You know, maybe he'll rebel. We can screw around with him, but for now, let's lower our armies. Okay, so we've grown in size a little bit. Let's talk about who else we're going to conquer here. I say we just kind of go straight up this way. So we'll take Smallland next. We'll just wait till the end of the month, huh? And we'll declare war on this guy. Oh, and our council's against it. Our council's against that. I think the problem with our council is that we have too many glory seekers, not enough loyalists and whatnot. So let's see if we can't find somebody who likes us more. So Chancellor, Marshal, and Spymaster. No one really that's good. Let's take a look again at what kind of the vote breakdown is. So if we were to attack these guys, who's against it? Let's see. So the pragmatist isn't against it. It's all the other ones. So let's throw some pragmatists on our council instead. Everyone but my seer. Unfortunately, we only have one pragmatist. He does have a better stewardship, so let's appoint him. Have him build a legend again, and then I guess we'll wait a little bit just to see what our council does and thinks. We can also probably kind of make these guys like us a little bit more by giving them, you know, positions, you know, paid positions that give them. Oh, look, perfect. So we don't have to worry about that. So let's do subjugation again on these guys. Again, these wars are going to be much easier, actually. So we'll raise everybody, you know, call everybody into war. Let's meet up here. locked, so we'll just wipe them out here. Also, it's nice in the plains as opposed to being in the forest, so we won't face any penalties. And we'll go in, finish them off, siege them down. Alright, let's take a look here. He's actually pretty close to us in terms of martial skill. Let's be safe. Take the prestige. And we'll just siege this down. We probably won't rush the siege since it's less of a dire situation than the last battle. And what the hell, let's siege it down. Alright, so we're at 100 war score. Again, we're going to force our demands. We'll drop all our armies. We can create a new duchy in Bergeslagen or whatever. We don't have the money for it anyways, so we'll just hold off. And look at this guy. Declare war on him. Assuming our council. So when you have an empowered council, you know, they start to be able to vote on stuff like wars and giving out titles and stuff like that. And since we just switched over, you know, we can't take that away from them. So always be careful, because you can go ahead and declare the war against their wishes, but it'll piss off your entire council, be considered an act of tyranny. So always just take a look at the bottom right here and make sure that you have the votes to be able to do what you want to do. So we'll do another subjugation war. We'll raise everybody, call in our allies. And we'll just meet up here. I think we go ahead and see if we can join this fight. Hopefully we'll get there in time. Come on, hold, hold. Yes. Alright. So as before. Okay, they don't even have an army. This guy's a better fighter than me. Hopefully he won't kill me in the duel. But let's accept it. We're still kind of early enough in the game that if I died, it wouldn't be a big deal. I'd probably just restart. Let's keep an eye on the siege. Speed up a little bit. Excellent. So we will force him to become our vassal. And again, we'll get rid of our troops. And do the same to this guy right here. Again, our council's okay with it. So we'll raise our forces, call in our allies, and let's like hold right here until we form up, just to see what this guy decides to do. Alright, we'll attack again. We really kind of have to go into the forest because there's no other option. You're just going to camp out there. Now that we've got everybody, just go ahead and conquer his land. And enforce our demands. Now the great news about all these subjugation wars is you get, you know, piety for your war contribution. And since we're fighting in all of them, we're gonna get a bunch of piety just to start off, so it'll be a nice jumping off point. Assuming we can survive long enough with this king to capture 3 holy sites and raise our moral authority, we should be in pretty good position. So it looks like Seyland is attacking them. This may be an opportunity to go ahead and strike them ourselves while they're kind of duking it out between themselves. Let's go ahead and capture these last guys here. We'll look at how the war is going, and then we'll see what we're going to do about attacking them. I really want to deny Seyland this land. Unfortunately, see, so my fear is, okay, so this guy is going to have like 2,700 guys. This guy's going to have like 5,000 some odd guys. So my fear is they're just going to get their faces punched in. The only problem is that when the AI fights, when you're at war with them, they'll like ignore other AI just to take you out. I don't know if I should attack Ostergotland right away and try to just kind of rush in and you know, conquer all the land as quickly as we can while they're fighting, or do we wait for them to duke it out? I mean, my one fear is that they're going to kind of conquer everything too quickly because they just have a ton of guys they can raise up. You know, it's also too bad we can't like offer to join the war. Oh, we could. Let's take a look here. So these guys can get 2,700. We can get another 4,000. Yeah, let's join the war. I think that's what we do. I think we join the war to defend them. Hopefully these guys will lose all their manpower, and then as soon as the war is over and we win, we just turn around and attack them. We could even, you know, if these guys lose a significant amount of people, we could even, you know, kind of declare like a border dispute. It'll cost prestige. It'll piss people off. Yeah, okay. Let's offer to join the war. We'll get some piety, we'll get some prestige. Hopefully this isn't a bad idea. Alright, let's do this. Oh no, we can't call our vassals into this defensive war. This may be a short war. Well, let's follow these guys. Hopefully they know what they're doing, huh? What's the terrain like here? It is a forest. Let's bring all our troops down here. Or we can go off and take these little stragglers here, who are coming in and raiding our lands. A lot of choices here. So it looks like these guys are going to get attacked. Let's go ahead and join that war. We should be able to take them on. These guys will hold until we get there. There we go. Excellent. Alright, I think we might be able to pull this off by the skin of our teeth. We'll wait until this guy's movement locked. We'll come in and help with the fight. Unfortunately, they're going to have too many men for us to attack here. So let's come closer to our allies, and maybe they'll join if we get attacked. And maybe these guys will lose some strength here. Also, it looks like these guys have attached to us, so that's pretty good. And they're not at full strength, and it's plains. There's no rivers. If these guys remain attached to us, they'll be low morale. I think we could take them. If things go poorly, we can't afford to waste that much money. But we'll have a good commander, so... I think we got this with these reinforcements coming in. Alright, and then what we'll do is we're just going to hopefully these guys will stick with us, and we're just going to keep attacking this army over and over until they're destroyed. I mean, do I like that I'm wasting all my troops while this guy's just sitting around sieging shit down? I'm not thrilled about it, but hopefully that'll when we win this war, they'll have a truce, and so even if we have to kind of rest up our guys before we attack these guys to the south, it's still an option. Alright, do I take mountain or rough terrain? There's like more forests out there than there are mountains, but we are going to be conquering into like mountainous areas up here. Although you can do both hills and forests. Let's do rough terrain. We'll just keep ping-ponging these guys back and forth. Alright, let's take a humble, just so we can keep getting more piety. Oh, now he comes to help. Great job, man. Alright, where's Khalid? What does he want to do? Who's this guy? I don't really care about that. Kill him. This guy doesn't like us anyways. Alright, so where are these guys fleeing to? They're going back to Kinda. Alright, good. Wound wasn't infected. Now it's scarred over. So I get some more prestige, and I don't die. That's always a good thing. Alright, obviously inspiring leader. Now, this guy just has to siege down the capital and we'll win. Just taking a look at this guy's troop count. He really doesn't have much of any. Oh, look at that. Alright. Bring it. Now let's just make sure there's no rivers here. Nope. Can't have them pillaging our lands, you know? Unfortunately, we've really like burned through all of our cash. Not ideal. Excellent. Okay. War's over. Let's expand our troops. So these guys should be truce locked. We could attack them right now. They're at the weakest they're gonna be. The problem is we don't have a lot of money. Okay, so I think what we should do is just finish off with these subjugation conquests in Sweden. So we'll take out these guys. We should do it before we run out of money. Then we'll rest up and we'll attack south. The truce should hold for 5 years, so that should be long enough. And then we'll see what we're gonna do. I mean, we just wasted a lot of money fighting that last war. That's the only problem. Although look at this, we can get a potential of 3,360 dudes, plus our 1,800. If we run out of money, then we'll be in trouble. I say we do it though. We gotta grab this land. And we can take these guys whenever we want up here. Can we do it in 10 months? Let's wait till next month, then we'll declare war. Yeah, let's do it. Also, it looks like people kind of like us a little bit more. I guess not. I guess they like us even less. Alright, let's declare a subjugation war on these guys. Raise all our levies. Now let's form up here. And we're going to tell everyone to join us. And we'll just kind of rush through subjugating everything, or rushing the siege at the cost of troops, just so we can save some money, you know. Let's wait till some of these guys form up and join us. Then we'll just go ahead and finish these guys off. We just gotta keep an eye on our money situation. Oh, excellent. When these guys are movement locked, we'll go ahead and attack them. Alright, let's just go ahead and assault these places, finish off this fight. Alright. So let's go ahead and disband our army. Well, this is good. We've only got one more kind of subjugation war. So let's go ahead and do that. What the hell, we might as well raise all our vassal troops. Well, we don't have any blades of our own, so, where do you see your treasury again? Yeah, we don't even have anything, so let's take it. Got a knife. We'll do like one more battle, then we'll just start sieging stuff down. We'll wait to get to full morale. Running low on money here, but we should be able to pull it off in time. Yeah. So we'll offer peace, enforce our demands. Okay, so I think I'm gonna put a cut in it here, and I'm gonna see kind of think about what we should do. We're gonna have to do some quick wars just to like a border dispute wars, just so we can get to Nidaros, get that under our control, and then we'll have to do like a couple south here. So maybe even the best thing is once we have enough money to last a war, we'll attack here for a border war here. We'll you know, while that truce is going, we'll attack these guys, and then try to, you know, do a border dispute for their capital, and that will give us the required 3 holy sites. And it looks like the Franks haven't attacked Saxony yet, so that's a good thing. One thing we gotta watch for is that, you know, we need to have at least 50 moral authority, but if the Franks go ahead and attack, there's an event where if they like are conquering, if they conquer a province like somewhere around here, then they burn down one of our holy sites trees, and that gives us like -10 moral authority. We can get that back by burning down Christian lands during raids. Yeah, I think we're going to have to just take a little slight break from conquering until we have enough money saved up that we can fight a long enough war just to take this one province from them. Then we'll kind of, go back up here, conquer these two areas, or these two, I don't really care. Maybe this one and then this one. And then, again, go back down and get the holy sites we need. This is a good place to stop, though. If you've been watching, I hope you enjoyed. Otherwise, have a good night.